Hi, today we're going to do a little practice of subtracting larger numbers, and we're especially going to look at subtracting larger numbers that have zeros in them. So we're going to be talking about how to subtract across a zero. And using the tips that we learned in the video that we just watched, we have two steps. Our first step is to do the prep work. That means I've got to get my number ready to subtract. So I'm going to go ahead and stop for a second, and I'm going to let you get your prep work ready, which means you're going to need something to write on, either a whiteboard or a piece of paper, and something to write with. I'm writing with a pen. I suggest you use a pencil if you've got paper, or a dry erase marker if you're using a dry erase board. Go ahead and pause the video and turn it back on when you're ready. All right, welcome back. So first we have to do the prep work to solve a problem. And I'm going to take the number 6,807 and I'm going to subtract 4,299. I have my ones lined up. I'm going to draw my line to put my answer below. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start subtracting from the ones place. Now, I can already see that I have a zero in this number, and so I'm going to have to do some prep work to get this number ready in order to subtract. So I know that I'm going to need to borrow from this 7, and I know that because the 9, the bottom number, is bigger than the top number. So there is more below than there is up top. So I know that I'm going to have to go next door and borrow. But instead of borrowing from the 0, which I can't do, I'm going to look at the next two numbers. So instead of looking at a 0, I'm going to look at the 80. Okay? And I'm actually going to borrow from that. So I need a 10, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put that 10 right here. And so now instead of 9 coming from 7, I have 9 coming from 17. And because I took from this number, that 80 becomes a 79. Well, now my prep work is done and my problem is ready to solve. So I am going to, second step, subtract like always. 17 minus 9, oh, well, that's 8. 79 minus 29, oh, well, that's actually pretty easy. 0, and then I've got a 5, it's 50. And then 6,000 minus 4,000 is 2,000. So my answer is 2,508. So remember, when you are subtracting across zeros, there are two steps. Do your prep work, get your top number ready to go, and then subtract like always. On your paper, I want you to solve this problem. 16,402 minus 11,267. Go ahead, pause the video, and solve it on your own. Do your prep work first, then subtract like always. When you're done solving the problem, start the video again and see if we got the same answer. All right, welcome back. Let's check to see if we got the same answer. I said 2 minus 7. Well, I can't do that. I've got to do my prep work. So I am going to not just borrow from the 0, I'm going to borrow from this 40. Got to look at the next two numbers. So instead of 2, I'm going to have 12 because I took 1 away from this number. And when I take 1 away from 40, that gives me 39. Now my number is prepped and I can subtract like always. 12 minus 7 is 5. 390 minus 260, or 39 minus 26. 6,000 minus 1,000. 10,000 minus 10,000 cancels it out. My answer is 5,135. Thanks for watching.